To environmental science. I just want to take a short time to guide you through the course so you know where to access materials. Of course, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to text me, or you can Blackboard message me, or you can send me an email. So first, if we look on the left-hand side of the class, notice these are your main categories where you're going to access materials. So right now I'm on the first one, class information. So notice this is where you have your written instructions on where to expect things and kind of what to do, which is what I'm going over. But this way you also have it in written form if that helps you. You have your syllabus with my contact information, information on the textbook, on the extra credits, where your grade is going to be coming from. You also have the option to register to receive text notifications. And this is for like when you have exams or when you have materials due. Notice I do this as a courtesy. You're still responsible for following the calendar that is provided, and of course checking in with your class to make sure that you're turning in everything as you should. But I do send, I try to send weekly reminders to keep you up to date as well. And then let me see, over here you have the calendar. So let me click on that real quick. So here pretty much you have something due every week. We cover about a chapter per week, with a few exceptions where we have two, like down here. But so here you see the week runs Monday through Sunday, 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time is when materials close. So you have an entire week to work on materials. So make sure that you don't wait till the last minute. You can always work a little bit at a time. You don't have to do everything on one sitting. So it's a good idea to try to work throughout the week. That way also if you have questions or you have a technical issue, that gives us enough time to resolve it. At the end of each unit, you have an exam, so as scheduled with these dates. Exams are available Friday through Sunday of that particular week. Okay, so again, you have 3 days to access that. You do have to complete it at one sitting though. Here are the extra credits that go with that particular exam. So you always have the opportunity to do the optional extra credits, which are described in the syllabus. Okay, so there is your calendar as well. And then for the textbook, you actually have a link in the first page, which we'll go through right now. You can also purchase it. This one is available at the Rio Grande bookstore, or as I mentioned, you can purchase the e-text through the link given in the main page. If you're not able to buy it right away, Pearson does offer a 2-week free trial. So if you go through the link, then you can set that up, and it gives you access to the e-text, but also to the mastering assignments, which is your homework. So this way you don't have to miss out if you don't have the access code right away. So you do get 2 free weeks of access to your homework. So if we go back to the main menu over here, class materials is where you will access your materials. Okay, so if you have any technical issues, you can contact Pearson directly and they'll help you with anything technical. Let me scroll down here for a moment. So always make sure that you're checking every part of the class. So here's where you have on that calendar where we were looking at what was due each week. It corresponds with each of these materials that we had for Unit 1. So make sure that you're always going into each of the folders. So for each chapter that was shown on that calendar, you're going to have pretty much a short video that kind of introduces the material for that week. And then you're also going to have a discussion that you're responsible for. So a little bit on the discussions. So this is where you're actually going to upload your discussion summary at the end of the week. Okay, and on this first one I have, it's more of a practice than anything else. On the first one, we're introducing ourselves. And again, this is where you would actually upload your discussion summary. Okay, so you would click on this one once you were ready to upload something, and you would just upload a Word document or PDF. So you would go to browse my computer and then upload your your group summary in this particular area. Go back. Okay, so again, that's pretty much the format for the Blackboard materials every week. Again, a video and a group discussion. Okay, so if we go back to the main page, this is where you would access your group. So notice, and again, this is in the written instructions as well. And here I have a little bit more on that. I'll let you read that on your own. So this is where you access your group, and you would just see the one for you. So notice you would go in and then go into your discussion board. And here I already created a thread for you guys to follow, but if you were the first person to post on your discussion, then you would start by creating a forum and then writing your first answer. And then the person or the several people after you would just answer to that particular thread. You don't need to create a thread every time you post an answer. So what I recommend is that every week the first person creates the thread and then everybody follow on that particular thread for that week. So on this one, this is the one that I created again for this first week. Notice I created this one for you, but next time I recommend that the first person from your group to do it, title it on the same as your topic for the week, and everybody else would answer after that. So I've created this one, so the next person would just reply, and that way everything is on one thread and you're not having to click on several of them to answer the same topic for the week. Okay, so this is something that should rotate every week. So after everybody has posted their answer, then you should choose somebody in your group, and make sure that you do this early in the week. You should choose somebody in your group to write the summary on what everybody has written, and then that is what gets uploaded into that folder that I showed you previous to this. So let's go back to class materials. So again, this is where you access your group for the discussion. This is where you access that short movie that we saw in the folder to upload your group summary. And then this is where you would access your mastering assignments. So again, every week you would have to do one of each that we've just gone over. So the first time that you access this, it's going to look a little bit different for you, because this is where you would either purchase your access in your e-text, so you would have to create a Pearson account if you don't have one yet. And this is where you would access your homework. So that this is where you're going to see the different dates. And again, once you input your code or you purchase it, then this is where you access your Pearson Mastering. So these grades do transfer automatically into your Blackboard gradebook. Do give it a few minutes. It usually sends it as points. Each section gets sent separately as you're working through it. So give it, I don't know, 30 minutes or so after you finish the last one for all of the points to show up on your Blackboard. So notice this is outside of Blackboard. So whenever Blackboard's down, you can actually access this separately. So hopefully we won't have many issues with Blackboard. But you never know. So if you do, you can still access your mastering through Pearson. All right, so those are the main sections that you're responsible for within Blackboard. So class information, your syllabus, your course map, your calendar, class materials, which is this one, the main page where you're going to access your Pearson, your discussion group, and your unit folder. Messages, if you want to contact me or anybody in your group. Announcements, which should also again show up on your main Blackboard page, but it's always good to check here to see if there's anything new. And this is where you can access your grades and your average throughout the semester. So hope you enjoy the class. Hope you enjoy talking to each other about the topics of the week, and have a great semester.